Hey y'all, this is Marla K. Hope everybody is well. Got a story I want to share with you. It's about Hurricane Beryl, um, and the fact that they're using the term Armageddon like impact. Um, in this hour, we're really gonna have to pay attention to the language that the B system uses to describe things because, of course, they want us. We, I'm trying to say this without causing too much confusion. But we know that the Torah, or the word, has been translated and transliterated a lot by our adversary, the enemy. And so a lot of the words that they will be using will be to help usher in fear or get us in this state of fear to do two things. One, they know that the end is near, although they are helping it. The adversary is helping it, and his tools are helping it. But they also understand that they've created a language that we will be using to describe the coming events. So you have to be mindful, of what they say. I pay attention to the headlines. I pay attention to the words that they use, only because I just have this thing about their command. They're insistent that we use their language, and when we don't, we come up with our own terms, or when we reject what they want us to say, they really get pissed. So I like the fact that a lot of us are rejecting what they say, or the terms that they use to describe certain things. But when they talk about Armageddon, I don't know. It just irks my nerves because now suddenly everything is so bad, but they forget to tell you all the things that they've done or mention the things that are abnormal that could be the hand of a human adversary or the adversary itself. Um, and they just give no admission or recognition of it. So it makes it really hard to believe anything that they say. And this is going to be one of those cases. So it says, as Hurricane Beryl bore down on Jamaica on Wednesday, the island in its wake were getting a clearer picture of the destruction the record-setting storm left behind in southeastern Caribbean. It's almost like Armageddon, like almost total damage or destruction of all buildings, whether they be public buildings, homes, or private facilities, said Grenada Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell after a helicopter survey on Tuesday. Complete devastation and destruction of agriculture, complete and total destruction of natural environment. There's literally no vegetation left anywhere on the island of Carriacou. This tore my nerves up because this is what I have been seeing that's coming and that we need to try to be prepared for. Although I don't really know how you prepare for it. Um, but let's keep in mind these islands are some of the first places that have instituted CBDCs and the digital wallet and the digital identification. So when you look at that, you look at these anomalies, you look at the things that are being destroyed, and the specific things that they talk about: agriculture, vegetation, natural environment. What you're going to be thinking about? Climate. So this is what we have to be prepared for. This is coming to the United States. So as these anomalies continue to happen, as the water uh, temperature rises, as they keep spraying the stuff in the sky and whatever it's doing, you're making it hotter, making the clouds lower, whatever whatever their plans are, we know they have plans. We also know we're gonna be collateral damage. Like these people in the Caribbean, they don't know what's happening. Most people are asleep. We ain't sleep, if you're following me. So we know what time it is, but we got to be ready. So you have to be prepared for natural disasters. You have to be prepared to lose some stuff. You have to be prepared to, be in a situation where everybody in your community doesn't have something, a roof over their head or whatever. This is why I keep talking about having tents and having little boats or whatever to get in the event that stuff happens. Like we got to be prepared for everything. Life vests, um, having your food storage in plastic bins is just not good enough to have it. Have it in something that you can pick it up and move it if you need to, or in the event that you're flooded, it's protected, it's safe, free of water. So when water recedes, you will have some resources, possibly, ropes so you can tie it up so it don't float away. It can stay in a place where it's not going to float away. Um, so many things that we have to be concerned about right about now, and so many things that are beyond our control. But we have brains, we can think, we should be able to navigate a lot of this stuff. But you can't do anything if you're not prepared, if you're not aware and you're not prepared. And I believe that it's time for us to really start taking um, preparedness seriously, and preparedness not just for economic collapse but for all sorts of natural disasters. Because as if you saw the video that I did, and I'll put it at the end of this video, um, the anomaly from the Antarctic and from Antarctica, where the frequency waves made the water hot and something went over to South Africa. Well, South Africa is where all of our storms come from when we have hurricanes and tropical storms that come off the West Coast. So, just ironically, those things go over to South Africa. And if they impact other continents, then oh well, that's fine. But the goal is to destabilize and bring down Babylon. So, when they talk about it's going to be utterly destroyed and desolate, they mean it. Don't think for 1 second what they talk about in the book of Revelation is not true. They mean that. They're going to make sure we have as little as possible to survive. And they are attacking certain things. Agriculture, natural environment, and vegetation. They don't want you to have no food. They don't want you to have anything natural. Everything, and to me, it's symbolic. Everything is unnatural right now. So what we need to be striving for is our truth in nature, natural. What's natural? That's what we should be gravitating towards, because those are the things that are good. Those are the things that are gonna preserve us. If we're grasping for anything else, we're going to be in deep trouble. So, with that said, please, please, please prepare. Um, there are other storms coming. It's early in the hurricane season. I talked about that they increased the categories of hurricane from 5 to 6. I don't think that was unintentional. I think they did it on purpose because they knew what they were going to be doing to manipulate nature in order to make these things more violent, these storms more violent. So you have to be aware of all these things. We got to keep watch, and you got to use your common sense, and you just got to put two and two together. If this is happening, this is happening, these two things happening, this could happen to me. We live in the South. Anywhere in the country could have a hurricane in the ocean that hits, comes across any place on the continent and be impacted. So you got to be ready. Um, a lot of us live far enough away from the coast where you don't have to worry about it. But I have lived in Florida, and I'm telling you, every time a storm brewed, we all was like watching, glued to the TV, like, where's this thing going? How big is it going to be? How much devastation is it going to cause? Is it going to speed up? Is it going to slow down? Do I need to put the shutters up? Do I not need to put the shutters up? In the very least, you should have enough plywood to put over your windows. So in the event that, strong winds do occur, you can at least preserve your house, because with the rising cost of things to build and the lack of access to getting those things, because remember, a lot of the stuff that we use to build doesn't come from this country anymore. We got a whole lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff. So in any event, we really need to prepare for the worst. And, I'm praying for our brothers and sisters in Jamaica. A lot of them really have no clue about the New World Order. They have no clue about the climate stuff that's going on. We're all just kind of in trouble. So I just, really hate it for us that we're in this place. But it's part of the trouble and it's part of our deliverance. We got to go through something. Anything worth having is worth going through some stuff to get. And so this is like, to me, this is like a test. So I'm going to continue to say survival of the fittest and smartest. People who are smart and awakened, people who have the Holy Spirit, and people who are able to see signs are going to be the ones who fare well. But you ain't going to just fare. I'm not saying it can't happen. Something can't happen supernaturally, because the Most High can do whatever He wants and protect whoever He wants. It can be some people who never experience anything and don't have to do anything. But I don't believe that the children of the Most High, the chosen people, are going to be those people. I believe we've been struggling since we were here. We're going to struggle to get out of here. And for those of us who are here in the belly of the beast, we just got to be on our P's and Q's. We got to be ready for everything. And I'm just praying that the Most High protects His chosen people. We've gone through so much. We will continue to go through a lot until we are delivered from here. So as long as evil persists, we must be on guard. So with that said, keep in mind that there are multiple agendas going on. There are multiple situations going on, and there's going to be a lot of language about the worst. This is the biggest. This is this, that. They need all of those words to declare this national emergency so that they can do the merge the health and the climate and put us in lockdowns and do all this stuff that they have planned in order to meet their Project 2025 goals. So, because we know about it, we got to be prepared. And that's all I got. All right. So, like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification, and make sure you're still subscribed if you previously subscribed. My viewership is right at same numbers. I'm not getting more people. I'm not getting hardly any likes, and I'm not growing my viewership, still at 600. So it's just really amazing. But I understand why, because of the things that I talk about. And clearly, I'm talking about something that the powers that shouldn't be don't like, because things that are stupid and frivolous and that will keep Black people disoriented and ignorant, you can see that all day on your timelines. But if it's anything that they need to know about, things that the churches are not teaching the people, things that the messengers are not teaching people, you can't find it. You can barely get any views. So anyway, y'all stay woke, not the white supremacy form of woke. Stay woke as in awake, as in keeping watch with me and other watchmen and seers. The Most High is pouring out His Spirit on a lot of people, not just Israelites, Gentiles too. People are waking up and talking about what's going on. So you got to pay attention and listen, be aware. You know, everything might not be for you, but there's a prodding for you to go in certain directions. Go get what you need and prepare, because there won't be any help when your time of need comes, and you're going to see that. I saw a really sad story of some people on the island of Caribou, which I never heard of until this storm. And people lost everything. People lost their home, their business, transportation, food truck. And one of the guys was like, people are just good. They'll get together. They'll come help us, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, brother, you don't know what times we're living in. Everybody is struggling. Everybody ain't doing good. Some of these people have never left the island. Some of our people are only concerned about themselves. They don't look at a global information. They don't look at global governance, global politics. They don't understand it. They just are very naive. They don't know how interconnected all of us are. What's happening to them will happen to us. May happen that same way, may happen some other way. But we're not going to have a whole lot to help other people. So it's going to be up to us to pray to the Most High to make sure we have what we have when we need it, and that we have good people who can get together and help each other. I feel confident that the people on the islands will work together and help each other more than we do here. Like we like crabs in a barrel. So it's going to be really difficult to watch us struggle because we're not going to come together. We're selfish people, unfortunately, and we're territorial, and we're surrounded by our enemies. A confederacy is formed against us, so we got a lot of issues. But I believe that the remnant will be okay. So I'm just praying to be found worthy to escape, and I'm praying you all are found worthy to escape what's coming too. All right, love y'all. This is Marley K, and I'm out.